Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to quickly go over how to make the most amount of money from your business. And this will essentially work for kind of any business, but just so you know, like I primarily work with online-based businesses, so anything like coaching, consultant, service provider, ask anything like that, right? But it works for any type of business, and it is essentially just not being lazy, and then just and making sure to actually get in touch with your leads in whatever form possible, without having any sort of shame about it. Um, like you really got to be shameless and just kind of go after it. Of course, within the realm of what is illegal, right? Because there's certain telemarketing laws when it comes to getting back with leads and stuff like that. But as long as you were operating within the realm of what is considered legal business practices, I mean, at that point, just kind of go for it, man. Because like anyone, and I'll get into the specifics as far as like actionable steps that you can take and like some examples. And even some examples I can give you like from my own life and dealing with other businesses that I personally like was a consumer of and like needed someone. But I'm digressing a little bit. But the point is like most people are kind of dropping the ball with the leads that they have because they either don't really consider them a lead yet, or they're just afraid of coming across as pushy. But I mean, the way you got to think about it is anyone who looks at you as being pushy probably wasn't going to buy in the first place. Like the likelihood of that happening, of them being like, oh, if you just leave me alone and just like kind of let me come at my own pace, then I'll work with you. That makes no sense. Cause like if that were the case, then and they were a reasonable human being, then at the very least they would either text you, message you, call you, and or answer the phone and be like, hey man, I appreciate the call, but I'm actually not ready to move forward on this. But I might be within this time frame. It's like, all right, cool. You set a reminder for yourself, and you call them later on. But if they respond to a call and you're like, hey man, now because you called me, even though I opted into all of your stuff, I filled out an application, I did all of that. I gave you my phone number. Even though I did all of that, I'm going to get angry with you for reaching out to me, even though I took the actions of a person who wanted to be reached out to. Like you hear like as I say that out loud, and if you do this, for the love of God, stop. Like just like be a normal human being. Now, if you communicate that with someone, or if someone communicates that with you when you continue to call them, yeah, at that point you're just being a dick. Stop that. Don't be annoying. Treat people like human beings. If someone says, "Hey, I'm not interested," then by law, or maybe not by law, but there's some sort of rule where, like, if someone opts out, like, they have to be given the ability and option to opt out. So if they're like, "Hey, man, not interested," you have to honor that and then just move on. Take them off of your dialer. Stop messaging them on Instagram. Stop texting them. Whatever the case, take them off your email list. Whatever it is, right? You have to take them off. Like they have the right to do so. But until they physically say, I don't want you to reach out to me anymore, then I want you to forever treat that as this person filled it out. Maybe they are busy. Maybe I just keep calling them at the wrong time. But ultimately, they are interested. Otherwise, why would they have reached out? And that'll give you way more opportunities just in general. Well, I won't necessarily say way more. A lot of people say this. That hasn't necessarily been my experience in terms of like the whole way more opportunities. But more opportunities, right? The vast majority of your opportunities will come from people like actually going through that entire process. But hell, man, I mean, if it adds an extra one, two, three, four, 5 deals a month, I mean, of course, it depends on the scale that you're at. But if it adds some extra deals every single month or every couple of months, then it is time well spent. And I mean, getting back to your leads, I mean, I can't think of a better use of time than just getting back to your leads. Now, on the topic of laziness and shame and guilt around the whole thing, like that is probably one of the biggest things from most of the people that I work with and help them with their businesses. The biggest thing that ends up happening at some point is they go, hey, I'm getting a lot of people watching my videos, or some form phrase of that. People are liking, people are following, but like I'm not really getting any sort of like calls. And I will always ask, are you reaching out to any of them? And they're like, no. And they're like, well, maybe start with that. And shit, okay, you're right. And then of course they start, actually reaching out to them. And then at that point, it's just optimizing and figuring out, okay, what is the best path or way to actually get these people to actually end up on a sales call or my website or whatever the case may be, right? But like if people are showing interest and you're not actively reaching out to them, I mean, like you can't be mad when money isn't being made, or confused. Because that is just the name of the game. Like you got to reach out to your leads, and make no mistake, if someone is following you, if someone is liking your video, if someone is commenting on your videos, if someone has joined your email list, if someone has opted in for a lead magnet, all of these are leads. So you have to treat them as such, and the only way to treat a lead is to follow up with them and see what got them interested and whether or not they would like more help. So reach out to all of your damn leads, man. If they like a video, message them. If they comment on something, message them. And of course, there's like automations and stuff like that. ManyChat exists. There's tons of other, apps nowadays to be able to do that. ManyChat's honestly good. I wouldn't necessarily waste your time trying to find like some other special tool. There's some that like can message on your behalf, but I mean, it doesn't ever seem to convert as well as just a normal human conversation. Or just a ManyChat sequence, with buttons attached. So don't waste your time in that regard. But point is, like, there's zero reason to not get back to every single person that shows any sort of interest. People are commenting on your YouTube videos, your Instagram videos, TikTok. People are following you, especially if you're a new creator. There's zero reason. I mean, I guess unless you go viral, and there's almost no reason to not get back to every single person that opted in, especially if they give you their phone number. There is zero reason not to call every single one of them. Of course, just learn about the laws. Matt Ryder is someone really good for like figuring out like how outbound works, and I can of course make some videos here as well, but especially the legality of it and just making sure you're following those rules. Perfect person to go in and check out, because he's like, he has a whole like dialer system, so he has to know what all the laws are. So he's become a really cool resource for that. The point is, like, fucking call him. I have one client that I work with, who's making around $20,000 a month on average. And that is from people going through a free course that he has. And then they opt in to eventually book a call once they're done with that course, right? When they opt in for the course, they have to give him their phone number. He has not called a single one of those leads. So of course we went through the technicalities, the technical process of like setting up a power dialer in his system so that he can go in and start calling all these people and booking calls and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I mean, like if that is anything similar to your process, then yeah, you're just kind of letting leads fall through the cracks, and you're only collecting the money from what would be considered a lay down. Someone who would have bought no matter what. So just make sure you're following up with all of your leads. Like the second someone opts in, make it as easy for them as possible to end up making a decision, unless of course you have so much volume that you need to add friction to the process. But that's not most people's situation. Most people's situation is that they need more leads or they need more calls. So if you are in that situation where you need more calls and more leads, I mean, if you made it to this part of the video, I'm sure that's probably your situation. Then yeah, man, just start getting back to all of your leads in every single way possible. You should be emailing your lists very regularly, weekly, daily if possible. You should be calling your leads on weekdays. You should be messaging all of your leads on all socials every day. Like, contact your leads when you get them, and you'll likely make more money. So hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.